بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وبعد. So I don't know how you all guys been here at the same time. Is it a coincidence?
Huh?
Is it a coincidence or this was a setup? Huh?
Maybe both.
Both? Okay, this is either way it's a good thing to see you in here in Allah's house. We cannot be in a better place unless you are in Mecca or in Medina. Okay, so this is the best place that we can meet each others. The house of Allah. This is Allah's house. And anyone comes to the Allah's house, Allah is making a banquet for him. You know what's banquet? Huh? What is banquet? Who knows?
Like a banquet, that's like a gathering where people eat food.
This is the food. Yes, this is the food that you make that you offer and invite people to. So where is the food of Allah? The Prophet ﷺ said that whoever to go to the Masjid at morning or at evening, Allah is preparing a banquet for him. Where is that?
Jannah?
Huh?
Jannah? Good deed.
Could be in Jannah. Could be what?
Good deed.
Your house.
Could be good deeds. Could be good deeds. Could be a blessing that He will give you in anything, that you will come here and He will bless you with anything that you don't know it. You will go out and you will enjoy it, and you don't know that you're enjoying this just because you came to Allah's house. Okay, so that's same thing as someone comes and to visit you, you offer him something to eat or to drink. Same thing, Allah is doing the same, but because He doesn't talk directly to us, so we don't know what exactly that He gave us. But for sure, He has given us something, either here in this life or awaiting for us in the hereafter. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam also said that أحب البقاع إلى الله في الأرض المساجد. The most beloved spots to Allah on earth is the masjids, or are the masajid. So this is the best place, the most blessed place in Myrtle Beach is this spot where Allah's name is mentioned, where the prayers are being offered to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I want to take advantage of you being here to talk to you about how important it is to practice our religion. When you're young, you are full of power, full of hopes and plans, and these things will make you forget about Allah. When people you think mostly are to remember Allah, give me things. When people are to remember Allah?
They're sad.
When they are sad.
When they are old.
When they are old.
In their daily life.
What makes it? What situations that make them to remember Allah? When they get sick, right?
When they're in trouble.
When they are in trouble.
When they are
When they are poor.
in need.
When they are in need, right?
Yes.
But for you, as young and full of power, full of hope, you don't get sick. You're not that in need that much. You are in the United States of America. You go and you work, and so all of these things that it doesn't bother you at this time. But when will you remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? When you get old, or when you fall sick, or when you are in need. But if you wait till that moment, till you are old, now you are 60, 70 years old. Oh, you just now remembered about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But you don't have longer life to come. I'm not saying it's too late. It is late. But what can you make at this old age? You can't stand in prayer for 20 minutes because your back hurts. You can't open your Quran and read because you never learn it, or you have a bad eyesight. You can't see that good anymore. You can't fast because you have medications and these things that you have to take in time. So it's going to be hard to make a credit so that you could go to Allah on the Day of Judgment having something. People would come with mountains of good deeds, but all of your life you didn't know about Allah, you weren't interested, so you couldn't do enough. You didn't know Allah that much. So you're gonna come with too little. And the man or the woman next to you, she's having or he's having mountains of rewards. Because what is the difference? They know Allah as young. So with the years they built up. How many Ramadans they fasted, how many prayers they did, how many this, that. So big difference. So it is very important that you are here at this time to learn and to know that we came from Allah. You have to evaluate your journey here in this life. When you ask someone how many times we were going to live, how many times? Anyone knows? Once. Who said that? So once we die, this is it? We're not going to come back into another life? Or we will? We will. So why are you saying that we're having once? We live for once. Okay, so you see that people's understanding is not right. We're not gonna live for one time. We will die. Now we're living, then we're gonna die, and then we will come back into another life again. Which one is longest? This life or the hereafter life? The hereafter. How many years we're gonna live in the hereafter? Forever. So how would you compare eternity and you want to waste it for whatever a period of time that you are going to live here? So we need to know the purpose of life, why Allah created us, what is the mission that we have to do in here. Why did He give us this chance? Why did Allah give us this chance that we're having?
To worship Him.
He make you a human being, exactly, to worship Him. This is the purpose of life. What if Allah created you as an animal? Would you rather be an animal or be a human being? A human being, of course. Any reasonable person would choose that. Would you rather not to be and you would never created, or you are created and then in the hereafter to go to the paradise? Which one would you choose? That you never exist, as if you were never there, or you are here and you worship Him and then you go in the hereafter to go to the paradise? Which one would you choose?
Created.
You'll be created. Because out of privileges that you're having, you have came into this world. So Allah made you a lot. He brought you. He gave you almost everything that you need to live and to survive. He gave you your eyes, your hands, your feet, your everything. He made you in perfect shape. لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. We have created a human being in the best form and image. That what we're having right now, if there is a world competition for designers to make a design of a human being better than ours, they cannot. This is the best image that Allah created you with. He gave you everything. And He told us in the Quran that He created us for one mission, one thing. One thing. Which is to worship Him. Now, it's one word, but it's like a big umbrella that it covers a lot of things. So He told you, I created you for one purpose. And for you to be able to fulfill this mission of worshiping Allah, He made you the world. He made you the sun, the moon, the beauty of this life. He made you this earth. And everything around you is to serve you, to help you to worship Allah. But when you think about it, what did people do about that? The thing is that Allah created for us to help us. We enslaved ourselves to these things. For example, why did Allah make money for us? What is the reason for money? Why is it there? What mission or what job it is servicing?
Charity.
Not really.
To survive. buy
To survive,
things.
so that you could go and buy food, you support your family, you do this, okay? But do you think people are making money for that?
No.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. But are they doing this when they go and work? Is it in their minds? Who's here working? Who goes to work? Okay, almost everyone. Now, when you go to work and you're working to get this money, is it in your mind that you're getting this money so that it will help me to worship Allah? Is that something in your intention when you go to work? I'm going to work because Allah made everything in this world to help me to worship Allah. So I will go and work as an act of worshiping to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I will get this money to buy food, to save my life, to have four walls around me, to have a roof on top of my head. Do you go to work with this intention?
No.
No. Almost, I would say 99% of the people, they don't go with this thing. So why do they go to? They go because they want to have a good life. They go because they want to have a nicer car. Because they want to have a bigger house. Because it's not good to just stay home. Because they want to have make their own or build their own career. So many other things. They can have 100 reasons why they go to work, but not one of them is to worship Allah with this act of worship. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam told us that even prophets, some of them been king's prophets. So he's a king and he's a prophet at the same time. Yet, they would work. This is Dawood alayhi salam. He was a king and a prophet. And he was a handyman. So he used to make armors and shields from steel with his bare hands. He didn't have any tools. Allah made him having this ability to twist the steel with his hands. He didn't need any tools. He didn't say, I'm a king, I'm doing this. Why? Because it is a good thing. Allah rewards you just to go to work. If you go and you work with this intention. You work and you get this money is serving you. You are not serving this money. Tell me, when you get money and you put it in your safe, you have a vault or you have a safe and you're putting this money. Now, who is serving the other? Are you serving the money or the money serving you? Who is guarding the other? Are you guarding the money or the money is guarding you? You're guarding the money. You're worried about the money. You go to work and bring the money. So you are working for the money is not working for you. So you have made yourself enslaved to this money. Now, are you worshiping Allah now or are you worshiping this money? You're worshiping this money. Why? Because Allah wasn't in your mind when you did that thing. You didn't do it for Allah. You did it for the money. Same thing. Pick any example in your life. And you are at this age. Someone liked a girl. She looks nice. She's beautiful. She's good. And then she starts. Why did Allah created the opposite gender? To serve a purpose. Okay, so it's here to serve the human being, so that we can increase. But you start looking and then thinking And then you start loving. All of this by your side. Then you try to reach out to the other side. Now, is then now the other opposite gender that Allah made, either males or females, it is there for a reason. And Allah made everything, anything around you. There is part of it is halal, and other part of it is haram. Allah made a lion. And He said, this is halal, you can do it. And this is haram, that you stay away from it. Now, when you do that, and someone, all of his thinking and mind is about girls and how to, find them or reach out to them or having relationship with them, he enslaved himself to the other side. Allah made that gender for a purpose, for a reason. But you are not, you don't think about that. You're not thinking of the other side because you want to have a family and you want to get married. This is a good cause. This is a good way. But if you know that there is no hope, if you know that it's too early, if you know that you're doing this just for the sake of fun and having a pleasure, now you have enslaved yourself to that thing and not to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Anything, again, this you can take this concept into your whole entire life. So it is shame on someone that Allah gave him everything, and he is now making himself slave to money, slave to work, slave to girls, slave to everything around him except for Allah. He's thinking about everything except about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we are here to worship Allah. He gave us period of time, 70, 80, 90, that you're going to stay here, and then you're going to leave, to go underground. When you die, when someone dies, he goes into the grave. And there, at this time, at the moment of death, you are reaping what you have made in your life. You know what's reap? Reap,
Yeah.
when they're like the fruits, okay, and there, and then so you're collecting what you have implanted. So what did you do? If someone was living for his life, for himself, his life for himself, he didn't pray, he didn't fast, he didn't help the poor and the needy, he didn't worship Allah, what is he gonna have? Empty hands. And this is going to be the beginning of his misery in the grave and in the hereafter. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was always kind to us. How many situations that you thought it is so bad and there is no way out? And this is a dilemma that you really cannot solve. And without nothing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened a way out to you. From Allah's kindness, what if we were to come into this world as babies and you don't find anyone to take care of you? You see these parents, that they are, your father and your mother are almost servants to you, right? They go and they work, like, let's say that your father is there by himself. Would he have to work that hard to provide for you and your siblings? No, he wouldn't have to do that much, because too little would be enough for him. He's just one person. But now, because he's having a family of 5 or 6, now he has to increase his effort. That your mother, if she was by herself, do you think that she would do all this effort of taking care of 5 or 6 persons? No, she wouldn't do that. Allah made 2 people who are serving you for free. They're not asking you for anything. They don't ask you to give them any money. They don't ask you to take care of them. They're doing this for you because the turn will come and you will do it for others. All of this from Allah's favors. But people don't think about it. So, that Allah who gave us everything, we need to know Him. And he deserves to be worshipped. Because he's the one who is giving you. You go and you work. He told you, I made this world to serve you. All what you need to do is just make yourself busy with remembering me. Don't get busy with the things I have created for you. You are created for a higher purpose, which is to know Allah and to worship Him. So there are two ways, and or two scenarios, and you're going to choose one of them. Either to go to Allah's way, or to go to the shaitan's way. The way of Allah, and you need to learn about that way. What does Allah want from us? We said worship Him. How to worship Him? This is the question. This is how you should get yourself busy with. How to worship Allah. How to please Allah. What would make Allah happy with me? On the other side, how to please shaitan. When Allah created our father, great-grandfather, Adam alayhi salam, the father of whole mankind, the shaitan became jealous of Adam. Allah told Adam the names of the things, and then told all the angels and the shaitan to make sujood, prostrate themselves in front of Adam as showing respect to him. So the shaitan said, no, I'm not going to do it. I am better than him. He's referring to Adam. Adam is made out of clay, and I was made from fire. I will never make sujood or prostration to him. So Allah cursed shaitan, and He told him, you are out of my mercy till the day of judgment. So the shaitan got angry. You curse me because of this? This is your beloved one? This is the one you preferred over me? I have been serving you. Shaitan was very good. He was a great worshipper. He wasn't bad. He was worshipping Allah. And he was really good. But he was arrogant. He felt that Allah will never abandon me. No matter, what I do, I'm better than everyone. So is this the one that you love? I swear by your majesty, I'm not going to go to the fire by myself. I will mislead them. I will misguide them. I will beautify the evil to them so that they think it's something good. Why? And I'll bring most of them with me to the fire. And he is carrying on his mission. He is doing what he promised Allah for. And most of the people, most of mankind will go to the fire, not to the Jannah. Most of the majority of people, of mankind and jinn, are not going to go to the Jannah. They will go to the fire. So the exception, the minority will go to the paradise, will go to the Jannah. So either you choose the way of Allah, which is the way of the prophets and the messengers, they all walked through this way, or the way of the shaitan. The way of the shaitan, you don't need to do anything. You just sit, do nothing, and this is the way of the shaitan. You do nothing, this is the way of the shaitan. Because the way of Allah, you have to do something, you have to worship Allah. Now, two persons, one of them walked in the way of Allah, and the other of them walked in the way of the shaitan. Now this is their moment of death. They're dying. So the one who worshipped Allah, the one who was good, at the time of his death, is it a good time for someone to die? Do you think it's a pleasant time?
Worshipping Allah?
Anyone dying,
Oh, no.
would he be happy?
No.
No.
Would he be scared? Yes, because we're scared of the. You don't know. You're closing the door of this life and you're opening the door of the hereafter. You don't know what is on the other side. So everyone is scared. But the one who is good, the angels will come to him. Now this is the process how the soul leaves the body. How somebody dies? Allah placed the soul into us, ruh. Once this ruh leaves the body, this body is going to be collapsing. There is no life in it. So the angels will come to take this soul out. They will look nice. They are good looking. They have good smell. They will come and sit in front of him as far as the dying person's eyes could see. He's not dead yet. He's about to die. And then the angel of death will come and sit by his head. And then they will keep comforting him. They keep making him feel good. You don't have to worry. We are with you. Because this is a great situation. So they are taking care of him. They will take his soul out, and it will come out quickly. There is no suffering. There is no hardship. Why? Because when you are good, you really want to go to Allah. You're not scared of him. You know that you have been doing everything in your best and in your utmost. So you cannot wait. You want to get rid of this life. Because when you know Allah, that you know that nothing here is really worth it comparing to what is waiting for you in the hereafter. On the other side, the other person, the angels coming to him, they look so scary. And they will sit in front of him as far as the eyes of this dying person could see. And then the angel of death will come, sit by his head, trying to take the soul out. But this person, he doesn't want let his soul get out. The soul doesn't want to leave the body. It's sticking to the veins and to the flesh and bones, doesn't want to leave. Why? Because he doesn't want to meet Allah. How would he meet him? He never prayed to him. He never called upon him. He didn't care about Allah. He knows that if this soul to leave the body, this is the door of his eternity in fire. So do you think the angels would just leave him and go? He doesn't want his soul to, he doesn't want to let his soul go? No. Allah gives the angel a mission to do, he will do it. So they will start to hit him. Allah said in the Quran that the angels will be slapping their faces and their backs, saying to him, "Akhriju anfusakum," get your soul out. They're scolding him and yelling at him because the angel is having a moment. This person must die on such and such moment. Those angels will not. فَإِذَا جَاءَ أَجَلُهُمْ لَا يَسْتَأْخِرُونَ سَاعَةً وَلَا يَسْتَقْدِمُونَ. If their time is up, they will never wait for a moment. The angels will not let that happen. So he finally, the angels pulling it out of the body by force. And then finally they will take it out. When someone dies, mostly, we bring him to the masjid to make a janazah prayer, right? Yes? Yes or no? Yeah. So this who used to come to the masjid. He knows the masjid. He used to come voluntarily. Nobody pushed him to come. Right? When you're coming here and you get in your car and you drive, who's anybody forcing you? No. It's no, because you know that Allah commanded you to come or to go, so you go or you come. The other one, he never came. If he is a Muslim, he will come by force. The people are carrying him. He's dead. He didn't come to the masjid on his feet. Now he's coming on his back. You will never go away from Allah. Allah is bringing you back. You get into this life and you go here and there, right and left, up and down, everywhere in the world. Allah is bringing you back to Him. He made you from this soil. He made Adam alayhi salam, our father, from dust, clay. And to it, He is bringing you back. Can you point me to someone, any human name, give me a name of someone who doesn't die, who didn't die? Everyone dies. People claimed they are prophets. People claimed they are chosen. People claimed they are gods. Have you ever known of anyone claim that he is eternal and he never dies? Name me one. One person. I don't know of any. But even if you know of someone, even if you know someone who claimed that he is eternal, is he telling the truth? He died. If he is still alive, he is going to die. Just wait for it. Everyone and everything dies, except for Allah. This world, and you studied about the planets and stars, and you know that these things die. The stars and the planets, they die. The angels are going to die. The prophets, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the most beloved person by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he died. If there was anyone not to die, if Allah would choose someone not to die, He would choose Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to keep him living forever. But no, everyone is dying. So we are going back to Him. It's just a matter of time. The test is coming. The test is coming. You are all students. You know that there have to be a test, right? Can you imagine if there is no test? And every year, you're just being promoted to the following year. What's going to happen? What this will lead to? Huh? Nobody would study, number one. Okay? And then you're going to go to the high school. Everyone would go to a medical colleges. Then everyone is going to be a doctor. Do they know anything? Then they're going to go to whatever college that they're going to join, whatever university that they're going to join. They keep promoting you till you have not just a bachelor degree, you're having a PhD. What do you know? Nothing. Because you never studied. Why would you study? But at the end, everyone is happy. But no one to cure us. But no one to build houses for us. But no one to pave roads for us. But no one to teach our children. Even though we're having all PhDs in our majors. It's the same thing. Okay, so this life is test. And the shaitan is here. And the beauty of this life is here. For what? For the test. We are now in the test. Can you imagine that there is no shaitan? Can you imagine that there is no temptations in this world? We all would have been good, right? Everyone would be good. Everyone would be perfect. And then, if everyone is good and perfect, in the hereafter, everyone is going to go to the Jannah, right? Everyone is going to go to the paradise. So what was the reason of the life? That's why the shaitan, the beauty of this life, the temptations, the desires that we are having, that we want to have this and want to have that, this is the test. Otherwise, everyone will be promoted to the Jannah. So they both died. And now they're going to go to the grave. They will be brought back into the earth from which Allah created all of us. And the good one, once he is there, two angels will come to him. They are again good looking. This is very important because you are a stranger. So when you see someone looks nice, looks kind, smells good, do you expect any harm to come to you from this person? No. They will ask this person 3 questions. This is very important for you to know. These pieces of information are very important because a lot of people don't know what is going to happen in the hereafter. So once he's in the grave, they're going to be asking him 3 questions. These 2 angels will ask the dying person 3 questions. Who is your God? what is your religion? And who is your messenger or prophet? Who is your Lord? Who is your God? What is your religion? And who is your prophet? So he's going to say, Allah is my Lord, Islam is my religion, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is my messenger. Then they will say to him, be happy. This is the happiest day in your life since your mother gave birth to you. Then they will open to him a window into the fire. And they will say to him, this would have been your place if you have been bad. Were you be good, were you be evil, this would have been your place into the fire. It is going to be shut forever. Another one will open to the paradise. And then they will say to him, this is going to be your place in the Jannah when the day of judgment to come. And then his grave will be enlarged for him. You know how tight is the grave? It barely takes someone. But the angels will make it so wide for him. And then another good looking person will come to him. Who are you? The dead will say. So this means when someone is dead in the grave, he's not fully dead. You see how he's asking, how he was asked questions and how he answered the question. He's not fully dead. He's having some kind of life. Yes, he doesn't stand up and, jump here and there. He doesn't yell, but he's having kind of recognition. He understands things and he can deliver answers. But we don't know how. Allah can do anything and everything. So this dying person, this dead person, he's now dead. And he will ask this person coming to, who are you? He said, don't you know me? I am your good deeds. I am your prayer. I am your fasting. I'm not going to leave you. You see, your family, they are now home. They cook nice food. When somebody dies, they make a lot of food and they invite people. Everyone is eating when you die. They're inviting people coming from everywhere. They're eating. Why? Is it a celebration? Oh no, our brother passed or our father passed. So everyone is eating. Everyone is enjoying the meal and the good food, and you are in the grave. How about your money? You have been working so hard. You see people leaving millions and billions behind them. Did they take it in their graves? When somebody dies, do you think he takes his property with him? He takes his house? The cash he's having in his bank accounts? No. Just goes empty-handed. A white piece of fabric he's wrapped in, and that's everything. He comes out empty-handed, almost as his mother dropped him from her womb, empty-handed, naked. Just cover him with a white piece of fabric, and that's it. He doesn't have anything. Don't you know me? I'm your good deed. I'm everything good you did in your life. I'm not going to leave you alone. Everyone left you behind here, in this pit, in this hole, except for me. And he stays with him in the grave so that he doesn't feel alone or by himself. Let's go to the other side, other grave. Where is the other evil person? Is laying down there. The angels will come to him. Who is your Lord? He doesn't know. Why? Because he wasn't busy. His tongue didn't use to it. Maybe he know. How many times have you been in a test or an exam and you think you know the answer, but you are really nervous that the information ran out of your mind? I studied this yesterday. I know it. Where is it? You're trying to remember, but you can't find it. Why? Because you just studied it. You weren't working on this for the whole year. Had you started from day one and you took it seriously and hard, you would have remembered in the test. But this one, he would say, what? I used to say, people used to say something and I was repeating it with them. He's not sure. Then they have like a sledgehammer. You know a sledgehammer? You know this big one? So they're going, they have one like that, they will hit him once. So the Prophet ﷺ said, all creation would hear his voice screaming, except for mankind and jinn. The Prophet ﷺ said that if we were to be able to listen to the voices of the people of the graves while they've been punished, we would do two things. We would never be able to sleep, and we would not bury our dead. When somebody dies, your father dies, your brother dies, you don't want to go and bury them. Why? Because you hear how others are suffering. So you wouldn't bury them. What will happen if we don't bury the dead and we leave them somewhere? We cannot live with that. Okay? So we don't hear them, so we think that nothing is happening over there. They are fully dead. So they ask him the second question. He doesn't know. They hit him another time. And this is how his misery starts. Then they're gonna hit him 3 times for these 3 questions that he doesn't know of. And then they will open for him a window to the Jannah. They would say to him, had you did good, had you been good, this would have been your place in the Jannah. But since you did bad, this is going to be shut forever. They open another one to him into the fire. This is going to be your place when you wake from the dead. Then an evil looking person will come to him and will scare him. Oh, and before that, his grave will be tightened on him till his ribs will do like that. It's broken. And they will do like this. And then a fearful person will come and will scare him. Will say, who are you? He said, don't you know me? I'm your evil deeds. I'm your laziness. I'm your backbiting. I'm your forbidden relationship with others. Will come to him. What do you want? Everyone left you. Where is everyone? You used to have a relationship with this and with that. Where is she or where is he? You almost killed yourself working for the sake of what? For the money. Where is your money? Where is your children? You said, oh, I was working so hard for them. Where are they now? Home? Seeing who's getting what, who's going to get the house, who's going to get the land, who's going to get the money. They're distributing your wealth. Who is remembering you now? No one. I was with you, I stay with you. And he will keep scaring him till the day of judgment. Now, when they come on the day of judgment, this is the day Allah resurrecting everyone. Everyone dies and everything dies. Only Allah is there. Then the time will come and He will bring us back into life again. The good one, he will come out of his grave and he will find his good deeds as looks like a riding. It's a mount for him that he will ride over it and will take him to the place where Allah is gathering everyone. On the other side, the evil one, his evil deeds will ride him. His bad deeds will be on top of his back, riding him. So the other one is riding, but this one is being, I don't know the verb for this, ridden to the place where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is judging people. And one of them will end up in the Jannah, the good one, and the other one, there are so many things that will happen on the day of judgment, but one of them will stay in the Jannah and the other one will be thrown into the fire. Now everyone, Allah gave us free will. Everyone is having free will. You choose which way that you want to go through. And there is nothing, either the way of Allah or the way of the shaitan. Name me one thing that Allah told us to do and it's harmful. Do you know of anything that Allah told us to do and you do it, you get sick? Or doctor said, don't do that because it's dangerous on your health? Do you know of anything?
Smoking.
Huh?
Smoking.
Allah didn't tell us to smoke. Tell me something that Allah told us to do and is going to be harmful.
They just give up.
Okay. Okay. Tell me about one thing that Allah told us not to do and it's harmful. Huh? And it's beneficial. Name me one thing that Allah said it's forbidden, don't do it. And it would make you a benefit. Nothing. Tell me about something that Allah told us to do and it's beyond our abilities, that we cannot do it. It's too much. Huh. Anything. Think of anything. Think.
Nothing.
Think about anything that Allah told us, hey, do that. And when you think about it, it's too much, I cannot do it. I'm a human being. I cannot. There is nothing. Tell me about something that Allah told us not to come closer to and not to do. But it is something that you have to do. There is nothing. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. Allah does not give any soul anything to do that is beyond its ability. Anything that Allah told us, command us to do or not to do, is in our ability, and we can do it. All what you need to do is to learn how to fast, how to pray, how to read Quran, how to please Allah. What would make Allah happy? What would make me go to the way of Allah? We are here in this community. There are a lot of people in here, right?
Yes.
Yet, what if you didn't come to this prayer? How many persons would be here? Let's say that you didn't come. How many persons would be here praying?
2.
2 with me, 3. Isn't that a shame?
Yeah.
Isn't that a shame on Muslims in this city?
Absolutely.
Yes or no? Like, I want you to tell the truth. That when we are here, 1,000 or 2,000 people, and this is the house, the only masjid in here, in this town, and 2 people are in the masjid. What is everyone else? They are worshipping different gods. Not literally, but with indirect way. Someone is busy doing what? He's sitting with his friends. Other one is, if someone is at work, okay, understand that this is excuse, maybe he's gonna go home and pray later, okay. But anyone else, what is he doing? What is he doing? I'm studying. And you know that coming to the masjid and doing the prayer, what? Half an hour? How many half an hours that you're wasting in your whole entire day? On video games, on chatting, on hanging out with your friends. How many hours a day? And then you came on that 20 or 30 minutes, and this is a big deal for you. This is how shaitan is working. This is how he works. You always, Allah said in the Quran, the shaitan is an enemy for you, so take him as your enemy. So when you have 1,000, so what is the percentage? When you have 1,000 men, put women and girls aside, you have 1,000 men in this town, Muslims, and you have 2 persons in here. What is the percentage? What's that?
0.00. Yeah, 0.3, something like that.
So it is very, very, very small percentage. Why? What happened to the people? They are busy. Even though coming to the masjid, anyone knows what is the reward for coming to the masjid for prayer?
Is it 1 qirat? I think. I don't know.
No.
No.
Huh?
Oh, a banquet.
Banquet. No. Banquet is something we cannot count. I want something that we can count. For you to say, okay, now I'm working, I'm making $10, $20, $100 per hour. So for me going to the masjid, I'm going to lose that much amount of money. Okay, put this banquet aside. Now I want you to get your paper and you're smart in math and make your math. What is it?
27 times more than the.
Before that, I'm going to just to give you the reward from making wudu at home and come to the masjid. When you make wudu, when you wash your hands, all the sins that you have done with your hands will be washed out with the water. And then when you wash your face, all the sins that you have looked at with your eyes will be washed with the water. And then when you wash your feet, all the sins that you have walked to with your feet will be washed out with the water. And then you will come out after your wudu pure from the sins that your hands, your eyes, your feet did. So this is the first thing. When you finish your wudu, say أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. This is the dhikr to say after the make the wudu. Prophet ﷺ said, whoever to make perfect wudu, good wudu, and say أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأن محمدا عبده ورسوله, the 8 gates for Jannah will be opened to him on the day of judgment, and you will pick through which gate of these you want to go into the Jannah. What did you do so far? You just made your wudu. Is it time for adhan?
No.
Okay. Then you open your door. There is a dhikr to say. Bismillah, tawakkaltu ala Allah, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. If you say this when you leave your house, it will be said to you, Hudit, may you be guided. Wa wuqit, may you be sufficed. Wa kufit, and you will be content. Wa tanaha anhu shaitan, and the shaitan will move away from him. Okay? Every footstep that you take to the masjid, one footstep to the masjid, Allah will give you one reward, and He will erase one sin, and He will raise you a level or a grade in the Jannah for every single step you take to the masjid. One reward, one sin will be taken away, your level or your position in the Jannah will be taken up. Then when you come into the masjid, as long as you are sitting there waiting for the prayer, what is the reason that you're staying there? I'm waiting for, I came 5 minutes early. I came 10 minutes early. I prayed Maghrib and I am waiting for the following prayer for Isha. This is 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, just like we're sitting here waiting for the prayer. There is an angel. Every one of you just waiting. If you're sitting here waiting for the following prayer, the odometer for you is as if you are in praying. So now you stayed here for 1 hour, even though you're not praying, but you're waiting for the prayer. You are having the reward. The reward is counting for you as if you are performing your prayer. So what you get from sitting from Maghrib to Isha, this 1 hour and a half, as if you spend this 1 hour and a half in prayer. You get the reward for that just because you're sitting. More than that, another angel is standing by your head. There is an angel. If you are sitting here now waiting for the prayer, there is an angel by every one of us, saying, Allahumma aghfir la, Allahumma arham. Oh Allah, forgive him. Oh Allah, have mercy on him. Angel. There is an angel just nominated for you, standing by you, having 2 words to say. Oh Allah, forgive him. Oh Allah, have mercy on him. Oh Allah, forgive him. Oh Allah, have mercy on him. You didn't pray yet. We haven't done any prayer. You just came to the masjid. Now, where would you get that? Tell me, where would you get that? Anyone knows of anything else better than that you would do and you get much or more reward than what we just talked about? Huh? Fasting?
Yeah.
Fasting, but I'm talking about a session, or you go and sit somewhere, or you do something else, and you will get that. Yes?
A masjid in Mecca.
Good. The masjid, to do the same thing in a better place. Yes, the masjid in Mecca, the masjid in Medina, the masjid in Masjid al-Aqsa. These are the only 3 better options. Other than that, all the masjids on earth are all the same. So this means there is no other place that you are here in Myrtle Beach is better than spending some time with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Allah's house. So this is something, again, as I told you, it is shame on us that when this place is open and we are having 1,000 or 2,000 Muslims in here and we have 2 persons, 3 persons, 4 persons. Why is that? Where are the men? Where are the young men? that we need to show Allah how we are in need for Him. Don't you need anything? Is there anyone here? We are all full of needs. And we all want things. Come to Him and ask Him in His house. He's not going to send you home empty-handed. He will give you. He will give you something. He will give you generously. Okay, it's time for the done? Okay, go ahead.